What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to Vybin with Autumn Lit Poet. I am the poet, and of course, we got to my left, my right, both of y'all.
CJ the Great, and your boy DTM.
So this week is a very touchy subject. Had a lot of interesting situations to pop off this week. The past couple of weeks, we've had a couple of very important deaths. It's just been a heavy week. So we're bringing just a little bit of light and inspiration to you guys today. So our topic for today is living life to the fullest. The day is never promised. So yeah, so we're gonna get this thing kicked off for today. Don't really have a specific angle that is going, but we're, like I said, words of encouragement. Hello, Anderson, South Carolina, in the building. Hey, Miss Sharice.
Sharice, what's going on, everybody?
Okay, so definitely, once again, also share that, hit that share button, and let's get this conversation on the road.
So as far as, living life to the fullest, I guess I'll ask the first question. What does that look like to y'all?
Oof.
And I'll start off by answering the question myself. So for me, living life to the fullest is, as cliche as it sounds, living with no regrets, doing things that you truly want to do, taking the time to put energy in the things that you truly want to do and that you're passionate about. Of course, take care of your responsibilities first, but at the same time, we often spend a lot of time focused on, well, I gotta accomplish this, I gotta accomplish this, I gotta accomplish that, and that's fine. You can be very goal oriented, but at the same time, you have to, give yourself some grace and time to enjoy the life that you have, because when you put yourself in such a cycle of just only focusing on responsibilities and goals, you begin to miss out on the small and simple things of life. Just simply going outside and enjoying fresh air. Taking a break from your phone or a computer and just tapping in with the people that are around you. And those may seem like small and menial things, but when you go without you really understand that it matters, it's needed. So for me, that's one thing, living without regrets and just truly, truly, truly doing things that make me happy, make me feel free, bring me peace. Spend time with the people that I've made memories that I can't forget, and make new memories with new people and those same old friends. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well said.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you have to, because it took a while for me to even get to that point in my life, because I was so busy trying to, I have to make things happen. I have to get X, Y, Z. This has to happen. That has to happen. But you end up missing out on things, being detached from people, seeing people get older. Wow, I miss so much time. People really value that.
Absolutely. And it's like a couple of days ago, I guess it was International Grandmother's Day. And that's a perfect example, seeing people, grow old. And I didn't know it until I was on Facebook. It popped up on Facebook, it popped up on Instagram, and it popped up on TikTok. And all I thought was, dang, like all of my grandmothers are dead. Every last one of them, except for the ones that I've adopted into my family, but bloodline wise, they gone.
Yeah, I'm out of grandmas too.
That sucked when it just sat in, but that is the gist of why you need to live life. You need to love on loved ones. You need to do, because you never know when that day comes.
Keep those bonds strong.
Absolutely, and
spend time with people, because one thing. I think I said this before at some point, but memories. That's like one of the best feelings that the human can actually draws memories.
Absolutely.
So those things stick with you. So make as many of those as possible. Don't get too caught up in yourself. Just value those things like love and family, community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Much needed.
Very much so needed. And I mean, just living in my answering your question, I am 150% on the same page as you. My form of living life to the fullest is being at peace. Life just in the past just wasn't really as peaceful for me. So that is like a forefront at the top of the list for me, being peaceful. Because stress not only does it create wrinkles, but it internally jacks you up. And people don't understand that until you're sitting in front of the doctor and the doctor is telling you, oh, you have a heart mechanism, or you're doing this, or your blood sugar's through the roof, or your blood pressure's through the roof, because you are literally creating a sickness when you stress about things that you can't control. When your depression is a little bit more different, but as for stress, I feel like it can be controlled. It's a personal choice. So definitely it will kill you. So keeping
that sounds so harsh,
but it's so real.
It will kill you.
It really will, guys. Like
it can though. Like
it can.
Stress can deteriorate you health wise.
Absolutely.
I was in the hospital, stressing out, things like that. So yeah.
So just taking things one day at a time and enjoying life daily. That's of course with peace. But that is how I maintain, living life to the fullest. You never know what or who you meet on a day. Just walking, just being in a place that you're never normally in. You meet new people, you have better experiences. Like last week, I finally stepped out of the COVID cocoon, and I went to and I went to a open mic. Finally got to get one. It's been 18 months since I've been to an open mic. But yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, get back on that.
I know, but COVID, man, COVID is real, man. But I went, and it was small. I guess they had been only doing this for like 6 months, but the energy, the vibes in there was so dope. I met such creative-minded people. One is an author. She's about to drop a book. You never know. Of course, I had on my mask, Mom. Of course, I had on my mask, but just being in that atmosphere, it was only like 8 people in there. There was a handful of people who performed. But it reminded me, just how passionate I was of being in that atmosphere. And that's definitely going to push me into opening up, and actually brought my book over here because I do plan on doing a little bit more writing. But really, man, like we are literally letting life just fly right past us.
Yeah.
Not taking that opportunity to just step out on faith and enjoy a second, just a mere second. Because
time passed by so fast. Like you wake up, like I'm 28 and tomorrow I'm gonna be 35. So
and I mean, like, just looking at it, I feel like I just turned 23. 24 is literally right up the street. November is literally right there. And I'm like,
yeah, you're gonna be 40 tomorrow.
I'm gonna be a bad 40-year-old. I don't care what nobody say. Age, black don't crack. But
they say 40 when you really start like living life, when you, I guess you let go of some of the things you cared too much about in your 20s and 30s, and you just kind of live.
I think it's not that. I think that's anything.
They say break that stigma. Break that stigma. Time is the most important asset that you have.
Facts.
So take advantage of whatever time that you have with the people that you got, with the opportunities that you have, the passion that you have, because you ain't gonna always have that drive that you have now. So while you got it, go for it. Like,
absolutely,
anything is possible. Like,
anything.
Anything is possible. If all you really got to do is just sit back and just look at your time and see how you spend it. And wherever you got a lot of large gaps at, whether it's looking at your phone for social media when you first wake up, or when you just got idle time, so you on your phone just scrolling, like, just
absolutely
take that time to do something else. Like, instead of watching TV, take that time to go do something else.
And mentally, you might not feel like getting into it, but sometimes you got to just force yourself over that barrier. like just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start it, then you get like a comfort in it, and then you could just do something more meaningful. That's the biggest barrier, though. Even when we don't want to go somewhere, sometimes for something, it's like if you get yourself out there, you find out that you have a good time.
Yeah,
and you actually remember that time, memories, and you can develop. Something might happen that be very positive for you. You got to get yourself over that initial barrier between like not feeling like it or not being up for it.
And I think that message right there alone goes for a lot of people. We are in a interesting time where we don't feel like doing anything. We don't feel like doing our hair. We don't feel like putting on makeup. We don't feel like even really getting up to cook. It's a lazy time, but you like you said, you got to push through that. Because once you're stuck there, once you're comfortable in it, it's difficult to break that little, routine that you have going on for yourself. So getting up, doing stretches in the morning, do 5 push-ups in the morning. Just that alone. 5. I literally watched the documentary.
You like 10, 15 then.
Hey,
like
for women
5.
who have no upper body strength, I'm right there, right there with you. 5 is enough.
What you were saying earlier, push through?
But like in that sense, like just getting up and getting your body moving is a good first step. Yeah. Okay. So with COVID still rampant, vaccinated or not, what are some things that you suggest for young crowds and still living to the fullest? Just keep your mask on. In that situation, if you are like me, I don't believe in getting vaccinated. I have my personal reasons as to why I won't get vaccinated. Just take care of yourself. You can eliminate the issue of getting sick just by caring about people around you. Wash your hands, keep your mask on, take your vitamins. That's personal, but in that sense, like, come on, just do right by yourself and do right by people. Nobody's saying you got to stay in the house. I don't stay in the house. I really don't, like, for real. But even in that situation, I still keep my mask on. I still, do what I need to take care of myself and others. If you have that considerable mindset, really don't matter what you're doing out there, So just take care of yourself and be considerate of others. If you walk into Walmart and you see 30 people without a mask on, put your mask on. Just don't.
And there's also plenty of things that you can do throughout the city at least for the people that are in Atlanta. I can speak about Atlanta, but outside of Atlanta, if you live in other cities or other states, like look up, unorthodox things to do, because 9 times out of 10, if you're in a major city, they'll have things like that available. You just have to look it up. Like here in Atlanta, they got this thing called bowling, which is football and bowling combined. Cool. I had never heard of it until my best friend from college had told me about it, and we went and tried it out. So it's like things like that you don't really normally do can be real intimate things that you can do and have fun. And when I say intimate, I don't mean just like on a dating sense, but not as many people.
Right.
So it's a small group of people to where you can enjoy the company that you have. You can still feel safe, within the realms of not knowing whether people are vaccinated or not. And of course, you always got the option to wear your mask. So it's like, just look up some unorthodox things to do. Different restaurants where, people aren't gonna be known to be at. Like right now, the scene in Atlanta is pretty much hookah lounges, or a lounge period. It ain't gotta be hookah, rooftop bars, anywhere where they're doing brunch. Like avoid them type of places if you're looking for not too many people to be around.
And there's a list of a good list of Black-owned restaurants that are just now opening. It's just go and support them. It's not, you don't have to go to a traditionally well-known spot. You can look something up. You can go on, different little adventures. There's a place in downtown that I'm definitely trying to try out. So basically it's like a restaurant, but they have like the little plastic bubbles. So a certain number of people can go in that bubble and y'all can enjoy and just fellowship in a little secluded space. It's literally you and your party. It could be a party of 2, 3, 4, or 5. I think it goes up to like 6. But they literally put you like in your own little gadget where you can just laugh and just enjoy time. And they'll have a waiter come and serve you and all of that good stuff. But you won't know until like you do research, and I've been doing a lot of research, especially with COVID. Just places that's on my bucket list, things that I want to try out, the new spots that I want to try out. I'm a huge pool player. So if I can find like a billboard spot that's a little bit more secluded, less people, perfect, right down my alley. But you got to do research, especially when it comes to learning new things. Is that the same question?
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same question. Basically, with COVID still being rampant and actually growing, what are some
things that young people can
suggestions that you would have for young folks who still want to be out and about?
Oh, mask up, especially if you're vaccinated. I know vaccination and non-vaxxers, that's like a very touchy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're not vaccinated, mask up. If you are vaccinated, just still take the
keep your mask on. Yeah. I mean, the vaccination doesn't cure COVID. It just makes sure you don't die from it. So you can still catch it, guys, even if you're vaccinated.
And still spread it.
It's still spread. And now it's more so a situation where you're asymptomatic. So you don't know that you have the symptoms, that you're still doing everything, So just keep your mask on until we get completely rid of COVID. Be okay with the fact that not a lot of people gonna see your face. And during the summertime, you're gonna have a nice little half tan going on because I don't see it going away anytime. Oh boy, I definitely did.
Not if you stick with the fitteds. Right.
As for sisters who like to show their forehead, just keep the mask on, sis. All right.
Not show the forehead.
The forehead is there. Not a lot of people like to wear hats, especially me. Hair is not cute.
Yeah, my forehead too.
But just mask up and just keep it. Just keep it clean. Keep it 6 foot. That social distancing thing really does need to stay in effect as well. Pay attention to your surroundings. Be aware. You never know. I could be sitting next to somebody who has COVID right now. Now, if they cough, you're going to get one of them, it's like the music stop, but be aware. Just make sure that you handle your business. Keep some hand sanitizer on you. Don't leave it in the car, especially if you about to go, I love to go to the market. The farmer's market downtown. Beautiful place, but it stays packed. And there's a whole bunch of kids in there who like to touch on things and then wipe their nose and then touch on other things. I
think people are like getting real comfortable to the just ignoring it a little bit.
Yeah.
People just kind of going about their business still, linking up in big places, a bunch of people still having festivals. Everybody's still kind of going business as usual. So you do have to take your precautions to make sure that you're safe because it keeps getting worse. They keep having extra strands coming out, or variants rather.
And I just found out as of Friday.
They got every Greek letter.
Yep.
Delta.
Man, they upset right now because I just found out Friday they canceled homecoming for Morehouse, bro, and Spelman. And those are, if y'all don't know anything about Atlanta, it's 3 of them. It's a little trio of colleges who are like well known in the Atlanta area for homecoming. And the fact that they got shut down, that lets it be known that, hey, there are people who actually care, because they know without a shadow of a doubt, if they would have had homecoming this year, they would have had to shut down. But that's the the level of caring that we need across the globe, not just in a city, not just in a little small town. I need everybody to realize the severity of this COVID mess, man. It's not going to go anywhere until we sit down and actually allow the virus to do what it needs to do to just pass on.
Yeah, I think COVID a global conspiracy.
Yep. But like I said, it's not going to go anywhere until we sit down.
Yeah, let's not get too deep on that.
I did it on purpose. I was like,
yeah, let's not get too deep on that. But so to kind of bring the conversation back to, things that can help you live your life to the fullest, I'm gonna definitely say one thing that everybody needs to do is, understand and learn what forgiveness is, and not just for not just for the sake of the other person that you need to forgive, or whether it is that you need to forgive yourself, but that's just a sense of healing that everybody needs in order to live your life to the fullest. And what I mean by that is when you forgive somebody, or when you forgive yourself for whatever it may be, you truly allow yourself to be open, or in a place to be open to new possibilities or experiences. So it's like, instead of holding on to that grudge that you may have had towards, a parent,
it's good,
because they're not gonna always be here. When you get to a point where you can forgive them for what they may have done, and you will come to that forgiveness in your own time. It's no rush. It's all on you. But when you do get to that point, and I pray that you do, it's gonna feel so good, because you can truly enjoy that relationship that you have with whoever that person is. So, because one thing that my dad has said to me recently about a disagreement in communication that me and my mom had, like, he was just like, you only get one mama.
That's
and it's such a simple statement, but it's it carries weight. And I literally just went to a funeral over this weekend to one of my closest friends I grew up with. His mom just passed. She wasn't even 50 years old yet. And it's like,
real sudden.
And it's like, putting that in perspective is like, forgiveness is something that you really need to seek for yourself.
Absolutely.
So for whoever you need to, forgive, and you ain't even got to necessarily have a conversation with them. It's just, if you feel that that's necessary, then do that. But I'm just saying,
within yourself.
Yeah, forgive them within yourself. Absolutely. Yeah, you forgive them for yourself, because if you don't, that's a weight that you're gonna continue to carry on. So,
and they'll play relationships in the future that you have, because you're gonna have that carrying on your heart, and then you're gonna project that onto the next person based on things that you've experienced yourself. So you have to dial that back and release those things.
Yeah.
So how would you go about the route of forgiveness? Like, I guess it's different for everyone else, but just off of like personal experiences, how did it just happen, or did you have to like go to this person and sit down and be like, hey, bro?
Well, first you allow yourself to feel, get the feel out. Not reacting in just any kind of crazy way, but allow yourself to feel and come to terms with what happened.
Right.
That takes time. It's easier said than done, but those are the steps you have to take. If you feel like it's necessary to get closure, and it's not just a justification to get back around that person and kind of rekindle it, then
That's real.
Yeah, if it's not that, then you can go speak with that person. But typically, you have to come to terms with what happened,
right?
And forgive them within yourself, like they said before, and that kind of helps you move forward. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna end up projecting that on somebody else, and that's where the whole saying of hurt people come from. So, and that's not living life to the fullest.
And honestly, the thing for me, what I've had to understand is that a lot of times when it comes to forgiveness is that you're not going to always get the apology that you're owed from the person. So for me, I agree with CJ on you have to get to a place to where you can forgive them on your own without even having a conversation with them, because sometimes that might not even be allotted to you. So,
that happens. That's a blessing.
It is. It is
Yeah, but
because
it
you're
don't
able
always
to
happen,
you're
though.
able to confront it straight up and head on. But sometimes if you're not given that opportunity and you're holding on to that strife, like that person living their life, not even thinking twice about you. But that's where you got to get to that point of forgiving within yourself.
That's right.
Even if you don't get that conversation, even if you don't get that closure, even if you don't get that apology, you may be owed it. And I hope that you get it. But if you don't, you have to get to a point to where
Yeah.
you have that strength to let go and forgive. Like Erica Badu talking about bag lady. Like you're gonna miss your bus trying to carry all that luggage. So it's like, let your load off. Let some of it go. As they say, let go and let God. Like,
Absolutely.
you gotta forgive.
That's another song that was just playing in my head. Ty Tribbett. It's called Anyhow. If you guys, man, that song by itself got me through some tough times because the weight of life is real. I don't care what anyone says. Now, how much weight it is, that's depending on you, depending on what all you decide to carry. But there was a time where, I was just really discouraged by what was going on with college and all of that good stuff. I had to make peace with it because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you the way that I do now. I wouldn't be able to tell you the things that I'm telling you now, but that song has such a strong message, such a divine message. It's called Anyhow by Ty Tribbett, if you want to type that one up for me. Just listen to it on your spare time. And one thing I love about Ty is like he's not traditional. So the original traditional church folk music that we normally listen to, I'm without a shadow of a doubt, that's my foundation. But when you're trying to reach the masses, you got to switch it up a little bit. And one thing that
does a good job of that.
Absolutely, I mean, just the difference in his music speaks volume, and children know him. And that's the best part, like I said, reach it to the masses, not just the elder folk. There's young folks who need spiritual guidance and inspiration as well. So he's a perfect example of that. But bringing that to what I was saying, which I lost my train of thought because I'm trying to multitask.
Like, he cool.
Heck yeah, that's my dog. But like, as far as like getting that extra like I said, spiritual inspiration. That's a very, very important factor to help you. And you don't necessarily have to go to a pastor. Just having that mentor or just someone to help guide you or to help push you a little bit can help you in that journey of finding peace and finding happiness and being able to take one step at a time. I know sometimes you need somebody to talk to. It really, 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 really matters that you don't silence what's going on in your head because now it's going to continuously replay. And then you're going to be stuck in this little whirlwind of how can I get out of this? Or, oh, I don't think I can get out of this. And it's just too much, just
we don't got the answers. But,
we don't. But it's all about just taking that first step,
It's a journey,
It is.
We just grow gradually. And we hit different points in our lives.
Sharing.
Hit different points in our lives. And we just, go through certain hardships, but we come out stronger on the other side.
Absolutely.
So one other thing that I would definitely suggest, as far as living your life to the fullest, it really just, it kind of piggybacks off of the very first thing that I said, but have fun, smile, laugh.
They matter.
And I know that may kind of sound, like funny coming from me, and I'm like the most laid back person on here. But even still, like I have my time where I laugh and I make jokes. And, I find I enjoy the simple things and just enjoy what you have. Like, appreciate what you have. It can be so small, but I promise you, like, the older you get, the more you appreciate the little things. Like, going to college, that's when I really learned how much I appreciated my mama and her cooking.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm glad she taught me how to cook.
Heck yeah.
I'm so glad, Like, I'm so glad she taught me how to
Freshman
cook.
15,
right?
boy. Freshman 45. Try
But
that,
like,
boy.
Fried chicken Wednesday, cool, but you know.
But it's something about you.
like,
Absolutely.
and that's just a good example. And even now, like, you know, being a single young adult, like my cooking cool and all, but it's like, dang, I get tired of it.
Right.
So it's like, you know, just
I gotta cook chicken.
you take.
Speaking of food,
But you know, just take time to have fun, enjoy what you have around you, dance. Even if you don't dance, like do something out of the ordinary that's in your comfort zone. Like get out of your comfort zone.
there you go.
Like, you know.
Absolutely. I agree with that one. Get involved with something that you wouldn't rarely get involved with. Like I said, I went to a open mic after almost 2 years, and just being in that atmosphere awakened something in me. It awakened that hunger back of being, you know, just living life and enjoying it. So absolutely, I agree with Daniel.
Me too.
But yes, if any time is the time frame to get back moving and get back to enjoying, because tomorrow's not promised, guys. It's now. Enjoy your day. You know, even in the Bible it says, give us this day our daily bread. We're so focused on tomorrow, or we're so focused on next week, that the week that we have been preparing for, that one day, has completely passed us by. So just enjoy it. Now is the time, absolutely, to live on purpose. Because if you're not living, if you're not enjoying life, what's the point of living? You know? And that sounds horrible when I said that, but it really makes sense. It makes you sit down and think, what am I wasting my time on? What am I wasting my mental capacity on? I could be thinking about something that could, what is that thing that keeps you bound to not live life correctly? Or not correctly, but to the fullest? What is it? Can you touch it? Is it tangible? What am I wasting my time on? You know? And then once you can pinpoint what it is, what are you going to do to change it? What can you, is it something that you can, telling me these questions is catching me.
No, they're just repeating what you're saying.
Got you. Don't sit here like, oh, is that a question? Okay.
Yeah.
But what is it? Once you can face that one thing or those few things that's keeping you out of the sorts, that's it. You know, face them. Face your fears. Face your your confrontation. Face your confusion. Face it. Because once your time is gone, your time is gone. So what will you remember while you're here? What are the memories that you want to make or have already made? Focus on the good ones, of course, guys, because, focusing on the bad can put you in a state of depression. We don't want that. But just focusing on the good times and laughing and, yeah, that's a good one. And I tell you, just laughing on its own, is good for the heart. And this is biology major too, guys. Yeah. Literally, laughing is healthy for you. Not only does it keep you looking young, it reduces wrinkles, even though you get those little laugh lines, but it's good for the heart. It's good for the spirit as well, but definitely good for the heart. That's literally life's way of giving you the physical movement that you need to keep everything, nice and hip. So definitely laughing, watching comedy movies, going to a comedy show, just being purposely funny, purposely cheesy. You never know what a smile can do for someone. Like I said, meeting just a simple stranger on the just on your way about, just a regular smile. I had a person come to me today. I'm running errands, and despite my heaviness, I can still give you a nice smile, give you a hey, how you doing today? You never know, that little moment of asking someone about how their day is could save somebody, because there's a lot of people who feel like they're alone. There's a lot of people who feel like they ain't got nobody. So just being genuine could save someone's life. Do you have a particular thing that you do to start your day? Every morning, I think we talked about this last time too. I am the type of person to get up and I blast Jill Scott's Blessed. I don't know what, but that song just speaks to me, because in her song, she's listing, major things that she's blessed and she feels like is a blessing and that she appreciates, And sometimes just starting on a mental note can help you as well. Like just being mentally positive, walking around, humming, singing to yourself, getting up, it's just simple. It's super simple. Whatever little routine that you have that's the kicker, Make sure it's a positive routine though. Some people get up and we ain't gonna, say specific things, but how you start your day, is very important, guys. Okay, remember that. Remember
for sure.
that. How you start.
Do the small things. Start your day. Wash your face, brush your teeth, make your bed, make sure everything look nice around you.
Make your bed.
Yeah, small things kind of help get your day jump started. Morning drives,
Just stepping outside. Step outside just for a hot minute. The basics, yes, the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes,
What's your morning routine? Yeah, we go.
My routine, like I was saying, I love Jill Scott's Blessed. I wake up in the morning feeling fresh to death. I'm so blessed. Yes, that's my little morning song, especially when I'm getting ready for work. Because when you wake up and you just appreciate the small things, like you said, it's like everything else just falls right into place. You just
like you felt that you was looking up like
that's real, man. That's real. What about the guys? Yeah, I'm talking too much. You sure?
Well, for me, what I've learned, the mornings or the days that I do have the best starts is, number one, wake up. I don't get out the bed until I pray. After that, I try not to touch my phone for the first 2 hours that I'm awake. So whether it's a phone call, text message, Instagram, any social media, I try not to. And other than that, I just listen to music as I get ready. So for me as an artist, I listen to instrumentals. So it gives my mind just, a less distracted way to get ready and get warmed up before the day, instead of just smacking myself with social media as soon as I wake up, because that's a lot that's a lot when we really don't realize how much we're taking in with social media at one time. And so, for me, I've just learned, take your time, slow your roll.
You just woke up and you find out, such and such was bombed. Like, dang.
No, that kind of jacked me up a little bit
in the morning.
Like, just think of how much you see just scrolling on Instagram within
a minute. 10 minutes.
Not a minute. Just scrolling in 1 minute, how much you see. So it's like already you digested or are taking in a lot. So for me, I just try to take it easy when I start my day. You know,
Kind of set like a pace for yourself,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. My thing,
Hit
my
that share
mornings
button,
kind
guys. That's what
of
I'm doing.
my mornings kind of vary. Sometimes my ideal morning is getting the morning drive in. So I like go get my wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, get myself together, and then go for a drive. Just listen to music and just drive and enjoy that. Or unless I'm going to work, because like I said, I like morning drives as well. So that's what kind of gets me going in the mornings. And then come back and start my day, cook, do what I need to do. So, but just on any given morning, that's what helps me.
And I'm a tea drinker too, guys. Like, right before I
Facts.
leave out the house, I need to be some herbal
It is a
tea.
good start. Even feeling
Nice
fresh,
little chamomile,
relaxed.
you know. Some kombucha. Don't
Kombucha,
ask.
I ain't never
Don't
heard
ask.
that.
Don't
I
ask.
gotta ask about that. Kombucha.
It's like
Spell
a
it.
it's C no, it's KOMBUCHA kombucha, I think. But it's a good
Fermented, it's fermented something. Can't remember what exactly it is, but it's fermented. I know that much.
it's a combination with green tea, but it's a good herbal supplement to kind of give you a kick in the morning. And I grabbed that on the way out. So my 30-minute drive to work, that's what I'm sipping on. Of course, with my jams. And I'm normally driving before the sun is up. So just being able to catch sunrise is amazing
Incredible.
to me as well.
Undefeated.
Like, yo, that in itself
Hall
is
of
beautiful.
I ain't gonna cap something else for me if I don't have to like be at work early. Well, I don't because I work second shift right now anyway.
Mhm.
But you know, even on the weekends, something that's so small, but listening to music and cooking breakfast with natural light just coming in your crib.
That sounds
I
fantastic.
love that. I don't know what it is. I love breakfast first of all, and they'll tell you like I just love eating breakfast. Period.
Yeah.
But just waking up early enough, just blasting your music loud as you can, and just whipping you up some like a nice good breakfast. Like
Loud as you can. It's too early for that. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, oh, you know, like on Saturday mornings when your mama woke you up to clean the house and all that. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Gospel music.
You don't realize just that, you know, sunlight is one of the best sources of energy. It can drain you, but it really is the best source of energy. Just like, cause I make sure that like when I go to bed, I leave my window, my blinds and stuff open. So that's the first thing that I really peep in the morning when I wake up, sunrise. Yeah. So, and that pushes you to, you know, okay, I'm up.
Yeah.
It sucks a little bit because you're like, dog, I could use the extra 15 minutes, but sometimes just getting up and getting the move on it is what
I appreciate the sunlight now, but back in the day when I was in like high school, I used to hate it. I used to love daylight saving time where it get like
time.
It be dark when you like when you wake up still, you know.
But then again, you got to be careful with stuff like that because when it's still dark, you go back to sleep assuming, oh yeah, I got a little bit more time, and then you wake up and you overslept. So.
Mm-hmm. I know you did that.
I definitely did.
Oh, you know it.
I definitely did. Missed the bus a couple of times, you know. But sunlight is definitely a great source.
Nature in general.
Yeah.
Look at nature, you instantly feel
better.
I guess 100%. If you are sad or if you feeling upset, go out in nature. Take a hike. Go by a waterfall. We got waterfall in Atlanta. But do what you do. And you will feel better. I promise. 100%.
Facts. So yes, find that little routine for yourself, guys. We just giving you options, you know, nice gestures, but find something that makes you happy at the end of the day. Find something that to do. I mean, for some people it's someone, but not everybody has that blessing yet. So find
what's some of y'all hobbies, like what y'all do to help y'all selves,
like reaching out to the audience, like what do you guys do? Because we can sit here and talk.
Or what are some things that you wish that you could be doing? And whatever that is, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna tell you to do it.
Facts.
So if you're gonna put it on here, put it out there with your chest, because I'm gonna give it right back
Say
to
with
you
your
with my chest.
Right? Say it with your chest.
I'm gonna advocate for you to be all that you can be.
Facts.
I get it, because that's like
He saw what I did there.
Yeah.
It's a lyric. I put that in the song.
Yeah, the hat to not be the one to say it. He dropped a song right now.
Yeah, nah. But yeah.
Not everybody at once now. We're not.
Yeah, we listening for real. I'm waiting for them comments to go on off.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, make sure that you guys share. That's what I've been doing for the past 20 minutes. That's why y'all keep seeing me looking down, because you gotta promote your baby. So share. So definitely, and then also follow the OPNS page. You can find us on YouTube as well, guys. Woo-woo. I didn't know that until like a couple weeks ago. Not gonna lie. But definitely share. Yeah, we on YouTube. We about to have our own page soon. I'm actually putting that in the works as well. So just stay tuned.
I didn't even know that.
Hey man, where'd you find this? So, but definitely. So, oh, she took my message down. Living life to the fullest, guys. Whatever form of happiness you can find, hold on to it.
Allow yourself.
No.
That sounds like
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
I didn't say the
Yeah,
part.
I ain't gonna say that.
Figure straight.
Yeah, you gotta look.
No.
Autumn is right. Whatever happiness you do have, hold on to it as long as it is healthy. And I don't mean just doing drugs. I'm talking about people too. Because you could be holding on to somebody that you think is making you happy, and all the while they toxic is all get out.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah.
that big T word.
I'm just saying, like,
I didn't want to say it. I was trying to stay.
Hang on. Yes, hang on to the things that keep you happy, that are healthy. Please.
Specifically, those things.
Capital.
Yes.
Whole emphasis on healthy.
I don't like to make you feel good. You straight. You ain't got nothing to worry about at all.
Capital emphasis on healthy, of course. But that's it.
My bad. I ain't mean to lie.
Nice.
My dad said no.
Hold on. Healthy.
Not in my house. No.
Go outside and travel. Okay. Santiago Chambers said, I go outside and travel. That's what makes me happy. I mostly go alone. And sometimes the best time to, just be by yourself. Nobody said you had to be with somebody. If I could, I'd be out in the middle of the wilderness by myself. I would. I love nature. I love trees. I love birds. I love, smelling different flowers. I totally agree with you. Sometimes you just got to take that time to yourself. Okay. You know what, Jamal? Shame on you.
What Jamal say?
Them drugs be helping for sure. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is a clean PG-13. Come on now.
And you said if you feel good at work. I'm just playing.
All I'm gonna say is look. We ain't judging. We're not judging nobody, because everybody at one point in time had a vice that they had to deal with. And not to say that you on the deep end with it. As long as you keeping it under control, bro. If that's how you feel relaxed, that's fine. But just don't go looking for a permanent fix from that. Find another source.
Thanks.
It's cool if that's what you use to cope for a temporary fix, and that's cool. But there's other healthier ways to do it. So I'm gonna just advocate for you to do that out of love.
Facts.
But do what you do.
That was crazy.
Hey, but honesty is the best policy, though. I'm not even.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, get you a healthier source. Those drugs, they kind of give you a false sense of what that comfort's like. That false sense of feeling good.
Wear and tear on
your
body too,
keep going for that, and then start developing psychosis or whatever you got going on. Like, just be careful with that.
Mm-hmm. Because it can help in one moment, but then in the next it might not help. And then you trying to figure out why it's not helping, so you trying to indulge in more of it, thinking that's gonna help, and then you just going in a downward spiral. So yeah.
Hey. Hey.
You gotta make it.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, if you're trying to feel good, make it as most natural. Like, think about how you feel if you are doing drugs. Think about how you feel, and then think about how much better it would be if you did that without it, and how if you could just exist on that plane anyway.
Absolutely.
And that's what you work towards. When you get there, you ain't gonna want a drug in your life.
Facts. Sometimes it keep you from crashing out, though.
I mean, only reason I'm gonna just say this: if that's how you feel,
right,
then what I would suggest is you might need to change the circle that you got around you, because if that's the only way that you feel from keeping it all together, then that means you don't have the right people around you that you can talk to and be vulnerable with. And that's not necessarily a problem, because we all have to come to that point in our lives where we reevaluate the people who are around us.
Right.
So it's like,
circle of life. We are not. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm just saying, if that's how you feel, then you're entitled to feel that, and I respect that.
Totally.
And I feel you on that. And ain't nothing wrong with it. But however, you might want to just look at the people around you. And you'd be surprised that there's probably a person in your life that you don't really chop it up with like that could be that person for you, but you just don't. Right. So, be thinking about that.
Facts.
He said he agreed. He's just speaking in general.
You are as good as the company you keep. You keep people around you who are positive and, looking at life in a positive manner. You can't help but, be reflective of the energy that you get, so definitely.
Like on a scientific level, just look at the people that you're closest to and see the most.
What's going on with your phone? Are you busy?
That's the certain people that you have in your circle, like piece by piece, like the top 5 people that you have. Just identify each of them. Then
some people don't have 5 people. It could be 3.
Yeah,
it could be 2. It could be 1 person. But make sure that they are being that source of positivity that you need to be, to sustain that. Yep, what she said. Hi, Miss Jacqueline. She said your circle has to be able to give you life. Absolutely, because they're having the wrong people around you can drain you, can deteriorate you. So definitely, I agree with that statement. You're only as good as the company you keep.
And if you're the smartest person in your circle, you need to get about that circle and find you some smarter people to be around.
Because you don't grow from that.
Totally. Exactly.
No,
not grow.
And that's very true. Like iron sharpens iron. Birds of a feather flock together. Like
run, Forrest.
And that's the truth. Like if you're the smartest person in your circle, you need to get up out that circle. Or if you're the biggest fish in the pond that you in, you need to go find you another one.
Absolutely.
To get to or migrate to, because you're never gonna grow. The people that are around you, if they on the same level, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but you gotta, put yourself in the space in the room with people that can teach you something that you can learn from.
Right.
So yeah.
You guys are always in a atmosphere to be taught or to learn something new. That's life. You're learning on a consistent basis. That's amazing. So definitely.
Oh, your phone keep going on.
I don't know. Everybody want to hit up the squad lead.
I know, and I don't blame.
Absolutely, Jamal. That is the truth. Positive vibes. That's it.
Positive vibes.
Absolutely. That's why you vibing with on report today, y'all. But like I was saying earlier, words of encouragement. I'm not going to say everybody is receptive of them. I've definitely been in a situation where somebody actually took offense to words of encouragement. But majority of the time, 75% of the time, 80% of the time.
How did that happen?
Yo, that thing's funny. I'm not even going to lie. But 75% of the time, just simple words of encouragement can help brighten someone's day too.
Shout out Jamal.
I love you. Like, for real. Absolutely. Come on.
Appreciate
So
the-
hit that share button. Definitely.
Appreciate the
And
love,
we
bro.
do this every week. So if you stay tuned, 7, 8 o'clock, you know, one of those hours.
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, depending on what. 7, 6 Central. 7 p.m.
There we go.
Eastern, 6 Central.
What is this?
Easter.
Yep. Eastern Standard Time. But definitely, you know, just words of encouragement. Hey, I like your hat today. You know, this is new. I like that.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Okay. You know.
See?
Yeah, see? You
I
made
feel
him
better
smile.
already.
You 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. There you go. Thank you. She on it, boy. Yes. So if you stay tuned with us and stick with us, like I said, you never know what words, what little love nuggets, that's what I like to call them, we can drop in your ear. So definitely stick with us. Stick with us. But yeah, man, living life to the fullest.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to recap on a couple of things that we talked about before we close this thing out.
Yeah.
Remember, do things that make you happy and that you're passionate about.
That are healthy.
And do them wholeheartedly.
That are healthy. For sure.
That are healthy, yes. Forgive the people that you need to forgive.
Absolutely.
And forgive yourself.
If
Not
need be.
just for them, but for you.
yourself. Absolutely.
Right? What was the third one?
Drink water.
I'm dead, you know.
No, what was the third
But that's a good one. Drink some water, y'all.
Exfoliate. You said what?
What was the third one? It was forgive and then
You stupid.
make sure to, dang, I
I'm trying to
can't.
figure out one because we covered a bit.
Say no to drugs.
Yes, that's it. That's the one. Say no to
No.
drugs. That's a false sense of security that you're getting.
It is.
And you want to exist on that plane instead of trying to buy that existence on that plane. Yeah. That's a strong number.
Okay. That is a good number 3. You know, or 2.5.
We'll reveal Daniel's next point on the next episode.
I know, right? The next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
On the next episode. Bobby and Autumn.
If I subscribe, it's gonna let me know. Yes, absolutely. And I'll shoot you the link to the official YouTube for this as well. But yes, definitely hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Make sure you have our notifications on too, because we like to drop the little bombs.
But yeah, y'all.
Yeah.
Do things that make you happy. Forgive and let go of the things that no longer serve you any purpose.
They don't do drugs.
Or do things that bring you peace. Healthy things that bring you peace. Find people that can encourage you and feed you, and you can pour into them and they can pour into you. And ultimately, do what you can to live your life to the fullest.
Right.
Know that time is your biggest asset.
Appreciate it.
Time is your biggest asset.
Time
Just
is your
keep that
biggest
in
asset.
mind.
And it keeps going. I'm telling you, if you're 31, tomorrow you're going to be 38. I'm telling you, take care of your time.
The older you get, the faster things go by.
Woo! We ain't even gonna talk about that.
I mean, hey, it's the truth.
That's real.
It's the truth.
It's so real.
All right.
But absolutely, y'all, we hit that hour. It's been a tough one. But I feel like this was needed. Once again, live your life. Live your life.
Just
to
live
the
your
fullest.
life.
Hey. Once again, y'all have been vibing with Autumn the Poet and
DCM.
and
CJ the Great.
absolutely. We'll see you guys next week. Deuces. But live your life. Hey, hey.